forgot about the the rototom roll at the title screen. That's some straight up 80s stuff.
Yeah.
Twitch just switch movies.
They did the truth.
It should, I mean, Restream actually will tell you what it's doing. So right now we're up on gaming, YouTube, and then the thing I really like...
Mixer's up right away.
Mixer's instantaneous, because they're like, come watch our stuff, come on. Please, please, please. Yeah, Twitch seems to take a little bit longer. The other thing about Restream that I love is that chat client, because now I can watch all 4 chat windows at once without having to like be a tab master, which is cool. That was like my big concern. Was I was like, how are we gonna do? I could barely keep track of the one we did with YouTube gaming. It was like I was getting blasted all over it because people were yelling at me for not checking chat fast enough.
So it's still saying it's connected. It's looking
Sometimes I think it says it actually is up, but it's still taking a while. Yeah, so we're up.
Okay.
Yeah, mine is up and now yours is up. Alright, so I guess we can officially say we are live.
We are live, Sean.
This is NP Gameroom Live, which probably is still a work in progress title, but whatever. And my name is Sean, and this is...
Sean.
So it is Sean and Sean tonight, and we're going to be doing a whole bunch of gaming. We are starting with a game that Sean and I have talked about playing together all the time. It's not exactly the most well-known game in the SEGA Genesis library.
Definitely not, Sean.
And that is Technocop. It's by one of my favorite publishers, Razorsoft, because they make some of the weirdest friggin' games ever.
So let's, before we get into it, Sean, so let me tell you, I don't know if we talked about this last time, but so the reason I know about Technocop is my friend Jared, when I was growing up, had a Genesis. Only friend of mine that I had a Genesis. Everybody else was Super Nintendo. And Jared had like a really backwards, off-the-wall selection of Genesis games.
Right.
And Technocop was one of the games that he had. He was the only person to this day that I know, outside of you, that has heard of Technocop and owned it. And when I worked at Funco Land, we had one copy of Technocop when the store opened, and never again in the 5 years that I worked.
Wow, it's a rare. I have 2 copies.
Well, I'm not saying it's a rare game. I'm just saying that not many people know about it. So
no, definitely not.
So I'm not familiar with Razorsoft. So what are some of the other games that Razorsoft play?
For some reason, and it's funny because I have a very similar story to this.
Okay.
My next door neighbor when I was growing up, Jeremy, had all kinds of video games. Like he had a Harlem Globetrotters pinball machine, like a real one. Oh, yeah. It was amazing. His basement was like the coolest thing ever. And he had a SEGA Genesis. He was the first kid I knew to get one, and he happened to have this game. And we played it a lot. We were terrible at it. I'm sure I'm going to be terrible at it while we're playing it. But it was one of these games that just stuck in my head that I always remember because I don't want to give it away for some people that might not have seen this before, but there are a lot of interesting and kind of funny things about this game. And a number of years later when I got a Genesis, I rented this weird game called Jerry Glanville's Pigskin Football, which you may see this evening.
I don't know that one, Sean.
And it's another Razorsoft game, and it's this really weird sort of like rugby, medieval times football kind of thing. It's very weird.
Okay.
And it was another Razorsoft game, so it made me like crack up when I saw it. And it's just, I don't know, there's something about their style of game that is, how do I describe it? It's like Canon films from the 80s. Like it's kind of crappy and not always that great technical, but you just love watching it. Like you love playing with it. Like I love playing this game even though I know it's not that good, and I'm terrible at it on top of it. So I'm just going to go ahead and start, unless you want to go first.
No, go ahead, Sean.
Okay.
My friend Jared was always better at me than better at this game than I was. I think the furthest we ever got was the 2nd or 3rd level.
This game.
The driving, I remember the driving, which is what we're watching now.
Yes, that's horrible. The first part. It's really, really crappy.
Super horrible.
I have this gun that shoots basketballs at people, and I can't really hit anyone. And you have to. The whole thing is you're a cop.
Yes.
And you're techno of some sort. I don't know if that means you're like a DJ or on the weekends or what. But
I think what the story is that he's part human, part android.
See, well, right off the bat they're screwing up because wouldn't that be Cyborg Cop or RoboCop?
Yeah. Well, but it's the thing. You have a lot of trademark issues, right? Where
That's true.
RoboCop's already taken, Terminator's already taken, so you kind of have to rely upon a bunch of other stuff. So
I was
just gonna say, Sean and I will be monitoring our chat rooms. So
I will be doing my best, so feel free to post in the chat.
You can join at Sean's Twitch channel, his YouTube channel, his Mixer channel. Or on my Twitch channel as well.
So
this is the best part.
That's the best part, is when you shoot guys in this game, they turn into vomit and explode.
And you can also shoot the children.
You can, but you lose points.
You do. Controls are awful.
The controls are really bad.
Okay, so
I'm already like half dead.
So can you go back to, when you kill this guy, go to a clear area. Alright, put kneel. So see how the guy puts his hand out like that? So Jared and I would go to this woman here and do that.
There you go.
Cop a feel. This is what 3rd grade Jared and I would do. I love the bad guy in this level. If you take a look, he's wearing a like construction hard hat.
Doesn't he push like a big cart towards you or something?
Yes.
I don't know if I'm even gonna make it because I'm already in trouble.
You also have the net gun too, right? So
yeah,
I think
you use that to capture him if you want to.
Yeah, because he's dead or alive. And I think in later levels they give you specific instruction of he needs to be caught alive or dead.
I should also mention, since we're just kind of kicking this off, that I feel the need to talk a little bit about our live stream and how this is the first, I hope, of many live streams that I'm going to be hopefully doing. My cousin, crap, see, I already messed up.
Do you want to start over? Go ahead. Oh, that's right, there's the time limit. I forgot about that.
I suck. Oh well. But my cousin, who is going to be streaming with me tomorrow, he and I started a YouTube channel for recording video games because we were getting old and we were having a hard time finding time to play. And it stunk because like we used to play all the time together and play, like we would spend weekends and whatever, like having a blast playing video games. And you know, you get old. I have a son now. I just shot the kid. Whoops.
Way to go, Dad.
I like how he reverses back too. Got to do it the right way. But like, we had no time to play, and it was very frustrating for us to have that. So we decided to start recording our gameplay to like make a ritual.
Yeah, right.
And to make it like a thing.
Yeah,
and
so keep you guys connected to gaming.
Exactly, and like give us something to do. And there's a set date and time. We show up. We do record. But the intent of it was just to like have fun. And it's kind of become like a little like mini hobby / passion of mine, I guess. And we do everything for fun. I always feel the need to say this because I just like pointing it out. We do everything on original hardware. I don't use emulators or any kind of like upscaling or anything. So you're seeing a Model 1 Genesis right now with a 32X and a SEGA CD attachment playing the original an original cart that I found. I think I bought this one at a flea market for like $3.
So I think that's a differentiator between you and I, Sean, is that I definitely see the need and the importance to acquire original hardware and original games when possible. But for me, my belief on I'm a collector like you. I wouldn't say I'm as serious of a collector that you are, but I almost look at collecting as more of an act of preservation, in the sense that I don't really like to use my systems. I don't like to use original carts. Carts, I mean, I'm okay with, and CDs. You know, the physical media, for the most part, is going to be okay. But systems, I really have a kind of a concern about, right? So if I have an opportunity to... Oh, look at that.
I'm failing.
Who's this?
I just got duped.
Yeah, really. And so if I have an opportunity to use a ROM or an emulated copy or something like that, I'm gonna do it because I'm afraid of what could happen to my original. I know.
I totally get that. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to. I know it's funny because like people always, it's like a divisive. I feel like it's a divisive thing when it comes to like game collecting and retro gaming in general. Is that you bring up emulators and it just makes people react either with like, oh, why would you do that, or you're an idiot for not doing that. Look at me, I have all these games and I don't have to spend any money. And I don't like. I'm indifferent. Like I know it sounds. I don't want to sound crass, but like I don't care. Like if you use emulators, that's awesome. If you use your original stuff, that's awesome too. Like,
yeah, right.
I think that it's important to use what you want, but I always just like playing on the original because I don't know, for some reason like emulators just never. I always feel like they don't feel right. Like there's something that feels weird to them, to me with them, and it's probably just my own imagination.
Well,
like,
I mean, I think you got a point. Like if you're using like a PC emulator and you've like downloaded a ROM illegally, like that's like the lowest of the low, right?
Yeah, I mean, I just don't see, like, I understand, like, yeah, you want to play, and I definitely know that there are values. There's definitely advantages. Man, I am just failing, but there are definitely some advantages to doing that. Oh, who's this guy? Is this the guy?
Is that Slash from Guns N' Roses?
Might be. Damn it, man, I'm failing. I didn't even know what I was supposed to do. He just ripped me.
Turn to VMAX. Proceed to the next scene of the crime.
VMAX.
That's
is that my virtual reality helmet, or didn't they just sue Oculus or something?
They probably did. Going
to jail. But yeah, we just to sort of finish my thing, like that's sort of been our thing, and we just do this totally for fun. I totally respect Twitch streamers and all that stuff, but it's just not, like, I'm not here to make $1 billion and like be famous or whatever, but we just do it for fun. So I just always like putting that out there to people who might or might not be watching, and just to let them know that this is what we're there. We're there for fun, and if people happen to watch it, that's awesome. And we've had a lot of fun with it. Like, I've gotten into doing some other stuff on the channel and some of my original videos and stuff. I'm really good at sucking ass at this game, I'll tell you that much. Jesus.
You're probably going to do better.
I used to have this, like, great high. I was like, man, this game is so great. Now I'm playing it. I'm like, this game is ass.
No, the controls on it are terrible. I feel like even as a child, because, like, that's kind of the thing, like, I feel like we kind of talk about now, like, the concept of when you're a kid, right, and you see a movie as a kid, and you're like, oh, that movie was amazing, because you don't know as a kid whether things are good or bad. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a fact of seeing a movie as a young kid.
Oh, yeah, I mean...
And it's the same thing with this. Like, because you think about it, like, when we were kids, games were $50. Yep. Your parents wouldn't buy them for you all the time. You'd get them, like, once in a while. And so if somebody spent $50 and gave you a game, you were like, this is amazing. I don't care how bad this is, right?
Yeah, you were fighting Mr. T. That's cool.
Oh, look at that.
Cameo.
Shit. And I feel like this is a game that kind of fits that mold where controls are bad.
I'm just getting fucked on.
This game. First of all, this game, you gotta think about it. This is 93, 4?
90.
90.
Yeah.
The blood in this game?
Oh, that's what was the thing that got me, was I remember when the guys turned into vomit, and I was like, oh my god, this is
crazy.
So edgy.
Because Mortal Kombat for Super Nintendo and Genesis was not until
93?
93 or 94. And that was a huge deal. Remember Nintendo had like a...
I've been killed. Game over.
Oh, jeez. I guess it's my turn.
Yeah, usually, I mean, our rule with our weekly Let's Play, Retro Wednesdays, is we usually do one life and then we switch off. We don't have to do that.
No, because this game's so bad.
Yeah, I don't know how long we're going to be playing.
I don't even know.
This might just be our warm... You got to press up to go.
See, it's been so long since I played.
And B shoots the basketballs.
See, I've never even played this on a six button. For those of you that don't know, the Genesis had 2 controllers. The original was a 3 button, and then they came out with a 6 button when Street Fighter 2 Special Champions Edition came out for the Genesis, because you needed 6 buttons on Street Fighter. So, and the Super Nintendo already had 6 buttons at the time, so Genesis had to play catch up, and so now you have the choice of 3 button and 6 button.
I swear to God, when you're driving in this, when the road curves to the right, you press left and you stay on the road. Like, it's like literally the weirdest set of controls I've ever played. And the thing is that it's hard to describe it, because we always talk about it on some of my other videos. Like, we always talk about how bad the controls are. It's hard to describe unless you're playing it. But like, this one is so delayed. Like, it's so laggy. When you press down, like, there's almost like a second delay.
Yeah, this is not good.
You run away?
Yeah, because you know what? I hit the button for the net, and it didn't.
Blasted the kid.
I blasted the kid.
Yeah, you fired.
There you go. Clearly, I'm not going to be as good of a father as you, Sean. This is the other thing. The Genesis.
Did you see how delayed that?
Yeah.
You shot 4 times, and then like a second went by, and then he died.
Punk. What's the jump button?
A. Sorry. And you jump like a freaking mile.
Dude, this is like Lode Runner jumping.
Yeah.
And I forget what I was going to just say. Oh, Sean, I was going to ask your opinion, right? So
let's go left. I think the guy's over there.
Yeah, I know. This guy.
You're going to run out of time.
Oh, that's right. I have a minute and 23 seconds. Ah, no.
I think you can shoot him or let him live or net him.
So, Sean, I wanted to get your sense on where you rank the Sega Genesis controller in the...
Oh, man, he fucked me. He hit you in the nuts with an oil can, and that was it.
Look at this guy. He's all strung out in there. Look at him. So where do you rank the Sega Genesis controller in the history of controllers?
I think it's pretty good. It's not... I still think, out of all the retro ones, and honestly, there's certain controllers I've never really touched. Like, I've never really worked with an Atari Jaguar controller, but...
Yeah, I haven't either.
Since that's kind of trash to begin with, because it's got, like, a phone dial pad in the middle of it.
Phone pad.
I would, in my opinion, I would slightly rank the Super Nintendo controller ahead of it.
Slightly?
Yeah. Because
I can't even agree with that.
Because you like the Genesis controller more?
No, I
think
this is one of the worst D-pads. The button response. I think the button response in the three button configuration is better than the 6.
It is. I think. Oh, man.
Sorry.
You just capped
Sorry.
it. Get out of the way.
Sorry, kids. Sorry, kids.
Don't worry, man. On Twitch, I have it set for not safe for work unless you click accept.
Good.
YouTube, they don't have that option, so sorry.
Sorry, guys.
But then again, I mean, you can just YouTube search for whatever and find all kinds of horrible stuff.
Going back to the controller, I think that's part of the reason. Before Sean and I started going live, we were kind of talking about our relationship with the Genesis, and we both were of the mindset, because you were a Nintendo kid, right, Sean?
Oh, yeah. I was a hardcore Nintendo kid.
I was also a hardcore Nintendo kid. But the thing is, it's like... Here, let me give you an example. Like, I was open-minded, so when I played a Genesis, there was nothing about a Genesis when I was a kid where I was like, oh, I need to have this, right? And I remember there was a kid I knew that had a Master System.
Right.
And when I played a Master System, I was like, yo, I need to have a Master System because it's awesome, right? There are some awesome games for Master System. So I did actually seek out a Master System as a kid, well after they were out. I ended up getting a Master System 2 during the Super Nintendo era because they were only like $49.99.
Yeah.
You know? And, but at no point in my life where I was ever like, yo, I need to have a Sega system. Never. And it's still to this day, like, you and I were talking about like collecting Genesis. Like, we both kind of have a Genesis, I think, out of obligation. But there's really like nothing that's great about it. This kid's running at me, and he stepped on my toe.
Because you shot his friend. That's why.
That's what it is.
He's like, look out! It's that scumbag robot cop with really tight pants.
You know, like there are a couple Genesis games, like sports games for Genesis, I think are good. Like I'm a fan of Coach K basketball. I think the Super Nintendo versions of Madden and NHL are better.
Yeah.
Because they're just faster. But, you know, there's certain games, I think, that are decent, but they're not, like, classics for me. Like, and we all know that the Disney, like, Aladdin and Lion King versions are superior versions to the Super Nintendo version on Genesis. So I get that. I went down the wrong elevator, didn't I?
Yeah, I don't know. I did the same thing. Who knows?
So there are reasons...
Go
ahead, yeah.
I was going to say, like, if you look where your clock is on your ridiculous arm...
Uh-huh.
that
There's like
little
a
white
compass.
triangle, that's where it's
I never noticed that.
I didn't figure that out until I was watching you play.
Oh, okay. Well, I've been playing this game for almost 30 years, and I never knew that. So, and this guy just axed me.
He just wailed on you.
So yeah, I was gonna say there's like good games for Genesis, but there's like nothing classic. And I'll even lump Sonic the Hedgehog in that. Like Sonic is mediocre as hell. Like I'm not, you know what I mean?
I can see. I mean, there's some. I don't know. It's like they have their moments, and I love certain things that the Genesis does. Like I feel like, with one exception that's pretty notable, most of the time when you have like a game that has like a rock or like a heavy metal quote unquote soundtrack, I find the Genesis, even though it has a less robust sound system, that it is got him. 1 for 2.
That's right.
You're beating me, but I find that those sound better because of the shittiness. And the only game that I think is an exception to that would be Doom. I find Doom's Super Nintendo soundtrack a little bit better.
I can't say that I've ever played Doom on Super Nintendo.
The problem is that the Genesis one is so stripped down because I mean I'm not.
Well, it's the 32X version, right? I didn't think there's a regular. I don't think there's and that's the one that is famous for being like super zoomed out.
Yeah, it's not a great port,
horrible.
and I think the music kind of suffers from it. But you know, like like Rock and Roll Racing or something like that sounds better to me on the Genesis, just because it has a more stripped down style, and it makes me laugh because it's like I think about it like, you know, when I think about good punk bands or like even, Brett's gonna yell at me because he hates AC/DC so much, but I listen to AC/DC on occasion.
Yeah,
it's
me
like,
too, man.
I can't listen to them remastered because it's like it has to sound shitty. Like it doesn't. It can't sound good because then it's like it doesn't sound right. Like it sounds wrong to me.
So I don't know how familiar you are with the genre of like black metal.
Yeah, I am to a point.
So like one of the aesthetics of black metal in the early days was they purposely recorded like with lo-fi equipment.
Yeah.
So there's an album, like the first Dimmu Borgir album is this album called All Tide.
Yeah.
And it's in Norwegian, but one of my favorite things about that album is that it sounds terrible. Like it's just now that they're like, I still love them and they.
They're all. I saw them live a couple years ago.
So have I.
Yeah.
I wonder if we were at that show together.
Electric Factory.
Yeah.
Was there a band? Oh my god, this will be hilarious. Was there a band there? It was a trio named. It's either Chrisium or Chrision. I can't remember.
Yeah.
And the one dude looked like a Cuban drug lord. If you look at their bass player, he looked like the dude. The guy, he kind of looked like the dude from Deuce Bigalow, like the Gigolo, the real one, the real.
So
Gigolo.
Was this show where Dimmu Borgir headlined, or did they open for Danzig?
No, they headlined.
Okay, so I was at both shows, so that was a long time ago.
Yeah, this is a while ago.
10 years ago.
Yeah, and we
that was like Death Cold Armageddon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were at
it was
that
right
show.
when that came out.
We were at the show.
That's funny. That's so cool because like me and Brett and a whole bunch of guys were there, and we were with this guy. I won't say his name because like. I don't want to give people's names out on Twitch and 5,000 other things. Shoot the kid instead of the guy hitting you. But
we got these 3 doors. Where does that exist?
Must be the boardroom. But this guy we went to the show with.
Oh, come on.
His name is Matt, and he has an extremely resonant voice. Like it's the most resonant voice I've ever heard in my life.
Okay.
And when Dimmu Borgir would play a song and their I think it's their bass player who does like the singing vocals.
ICS Vortex.
He would sing, and Matt would sing like over him. And literally, I sort of got at one point the lead singer looked over at Matt because he was like, "Who the fuck is singing over us?" Like because he was singing so loud, and we were all dying laughing because everyone was getting mad for him doing it because he would do it, but he would sing just like gibberish, and it was so funny watching everyone like just stop and stare at us like, "What is that guy?"
Well, they should go Mark Wahlberg Rockstar, your friend, because ICS Vortex isn't in the band anymore.
Oh.
Maybe
they kicked him out because they were looking for Matt.
They did kick him out, and they kicked out. Oh, come on!
You don't have enough time. Like the problem with this game, other than the controls are horrendous, is you have 0 time. So the only way I see to get good at this game is to just memorize every single level. I guess that's the only way to do it.
I've never made it this far, so
yeah.
And there we go.
All right, I'll try one more.
Yeah, go for it.
And then we're gonna switch games.
Go for it. Well, anyway, going back to the thing
you're a rookie, bro.
I'm proud of myself.
That's good.
I'm pretty proud of myself. But again, I think it goes to your point of the music on a Genesis is kind of has that kind of horrible aesthetic. Right?
Yeah, it's got that like 4-track in my basement kind of.
Yeah.
Not really sure what I'm doing, but I'm twisting knobs and sounds coming out kind of deal.
And sometimes
basically how I run audio for all of my stuff.
That's right.
Just push buttons and see what happens.
And sometimes it kind of works, and other times it doesn't. Like where it does work. Castlevania Bloodlines.
Yes, love that game.
So that's a great game.
Terrible at that game, but I love it.
Yeah, I'm not good at that one either.
I got up to the level. I can consistently get to the level where you're on the roof and there's that dragon, and the thing sucks you in. I can never beat that. That was the only part I can beat.
Oh, I don't even know that I can never get that far. But there's like an aesthetic there where it's like gothic and it's very organ heavy. So like again, kind of the bass thing. You could just like cheat.
But you drive slower, I think, so it takes longer. I don't know. I'm just laughing that we were talking about Dimmu Borgir. There's another metal band that I love called Soilwork. Have you ever listened to them?
I know Soilwork, yeah.
I used to sing them all the time.
I'm not really familiar with their work.
Well, they used to be like straight metal, and then they sort of became what people refer to as new metal.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know, it seems to have a negative connotation,
Yeah,
but
big
I
time.
like some of it. And when they got new metal-y and got like more pop in their
Mainstream.
sound, I liked it more.
Oh, really?
I did. I mean, the only thing that made me laugh was I was trying to set up the net, because I know this dude's coming.
You gotta jump it. There you go. Now you got him.
I can't teabag, but here we go.
There you go.
Take that.
And who's gonna come get that guy? Couldn't he just?
I
get
just
away
leave
now?
him. He suffocates.
Yeah.
He dies the slow death at the hands of the Technocop.
Technocop,
who just
baby.
looks like a dude who's dressed up like Michael Jackson and has a really bad. I mean, he's obviously had some kind of back surgery. That walk cycle.
Yeah, clearly.
Come on.
I'm getting some requests for the URL here, so that's
Okay.
that's why I keep checking my phone. Everybody.
That's fine.
I'm not zoning out on here.
We're not pro streamers. We don't. I can't divide my attention. I keep looking down at my laptop to make sure nobody's chatting, because I don't want to be that. Last time we did a live stream, we did a 24-hour one, which
Yeah.
I'm never doing again because I almost died. But because it was not here and in my basement, it was at Brett's place,
Cousin's house, yeah.
and I had to drive home, and I was falling asleep behind the wheel like big time, and I was really getting scared.
There, no,
No, I drove straight home afterwards,
that was.
and that was a stupid idea.
I left you guys many hours before that it was over.
We started losing it, but then see the problem was the 24-hour thing worked because I don't want to brag and be like, yo, I'm a pro gamer, I can beat all these games. We were beating all these games we had never played before, and like Brett almost beat Zen, Intergalactic Ninja.
That was
We took out Mega Man. What one was it? 2 or 3? We took one of them down.
What?
And it was like we were taking out all these games, and I was like, I don't want to stop because we're on a roll. That's the other thing that's kind of came out of this, like playing video game tradition thing and doing the YouTube, is I've beaten a lot of games that I never thought I'd be able to beat. The biggest one is Predator for the NES. We beat that game. I murdered that kid. Eat it. But
Sean, I don't mean to
my
interrupt
triumph.
you.
It's okay.
We have an important email from Bungie that just came through. Destiny 2 memorialization. What will be your legacy, Sean? In Destiny 2, new legends will rise, but how will they know that you were there to protect the tower before it was attacked by the Red Legion? This week, we've announced the things you can do as part of your Destiny adventure right now.
the banner thing?
To earn rewards that will let every Guardian know that you were one of the original heroes of the city. Make your mark before time runs out.
yeah, they're... By the way, I should mention, even though we're both retro gamers, we're both huge Destiny nerds.
Oh, big time.
You will be seeing a lot of Destiny 2 live streaming, I think, because
I think
why
so.
not?
I think so.
Yeah, they just... I was reading about that. They have, like, the way in Destiny 2, there's banners. Your emblem goes across the top of the screen altogether now.
Oh, interesting.
And, boom! 2 for 2.
Look at you.
Getting good at this.
This is crazy.
Get good, kid. But, what was I saying? Oh,
Destiny 2. the
yeah, I
banners.
looked at the list, and, like, I'm not a hardcore... I mean, I play a lot, but I don't consider myself, like, a hardcore Destiny dude. And I think I got all those emblems but one. I'm a little... I don't know. It's cool, but it's just like... There's nothing cooler we could do?
Well, Sean, I just want you to know that I was able to complete the shader collection.
Nice.
In my... what's that book? I don't even
Age
know.
of Triumph.
Age of Triumph.
Age of not that
I
important.
have all the I have the shaders. And I have almost all the emblems, too. That for some reason I liked collecting all that stuff.
No, it was fun. I did most of that stuff was fun. I don't know. Everyone rips on Destiny, but it's funny. Like everyone complains about it, but every person I know that complains about it, almost every one of them plays it. So it's like, well, if you hate it so much, why are you playing?
You know, man, it's... You know, you and I don't have a friend that's into Destiny as much as you. My cousin's sons are pretty into it, so I get to play with them when you're not around, so that's good. They're like also a third of my age, so I'm really glad that you and I have been able to. And I basically switched my entire Destiny career from
PlayStation to
4 to Xbox just because I knew that's where you were.
Because I played nonstop.
Because everybody else that I played with bailed on me, so I didn't know what to do. And I really love Destiny also.
Fuck. I do have to do a shout out to my Destiny clan or friends. Echo754 on the 100. Those guys are awesome. I would not have played Destiny if I hadn't run into them. There's a particular person who invited me on a raid in Kingsfall. Was it?
Nightsfall.
No, it was Kingsfall.
Okay.
Yeah, Kingsfall. That's the one where you fight orcs.
That's right.
He posted on there, because I'm not a very... I don't want to say I'm not a social person, but I don't know. I just get nervous when I do raids because I don't want to be that guy that messes everything up and I was like, dude, what the fuck? Why did you do this? Or who brought this idiot or whatever. So I was always really apprehensive about doing it because I'm like, I don't know, and I don't want to waste everyone's time. And shit, that guy just backhanded me into hell. But you know, and in King's Fall in particular, that raid, if you don't have everybody on the same page, you just can't do it. Like, that's the way it's designed for 6 people to work perfectly for a period of time. But anyway, so a member of that group had a Sherpa run where he was like, no, just come along and we'll like talk you through it. I don't know where to go. I'm like totally lost. But
Mr. T, yeah,
I never found Mr. T.
I got killed before Mr. T. I think Mr. T.
How do you stop the elevator? That's the trick. I need to get down one floor.
You're gonna run. There you go.
I need to get in here. But I need to figure out how to stop it. How do I stop it? Damn it.
Maybe you have to blow up that generator. No.
I don't know. Well, I ran out of time anyway. But if it wasn't for that Sherpa experience, I would never have gotten into Destiny as much and gotten through as much stuff as I did. So I have to give them a lot of shout outs because we have a Slack chat and we spent all day in there hanging out and it's been a lot of fun. Met a lot of cool people.
I'm also a member of that clan.
We need to do some raiding.
And the only events I've ever done are the ones that I've done with you.
I know it's hard because it's like, you know, with anything, it's like, I don't know these people, a bunch of dudes or whatever, but it's cool because most of them are like in the same age as me. Some of them are dads, and I don't know, I've never had a bad experience. Like,
yeah, we've played a couple times. There have been some dudes that joined us. So
yeah, they've been all really cool. Like, they've done some cool stuff. Like, in the last raid that they put together, right? Whoa, we got trucks now. Wrath of the Machine. There is a challenge mode that is super hard. It's just not easy to do unless you're super coordinated. And 2 members of that group, Echo754, they set up a whole night where it was they had like 4 people that really knew what they were doing, and they would take 2 rookies in and do that challenge mode, and they just did it over and over again until everybody got it. And that's the kind of group that makes Destiny so much fun, and why I think it's one of the better games that's out there, despite all of its shortcomings. It's because the community of people that play,
they're strong.
They're awesome. These trucks are not fucking around. This is maximum overdrive. All right, live or die.
Speaking of AC/DC, maximum overdrive.
Stephen King.
My favorite song of all time. Who Made Who? By AC/DC.
It's such a weird song.
It's the best song. Love it.
I don't remember any of the words.
Like
a dynamo, feeling running down my spine. It's coming back.
Who made who?
Who made you? It's so fun. And now we're fighting Roddy Piper.
Look
apparently.
At that. Wow.
I think I saw that guy outside my job one time begging for money.
You might have.
Eat it, kid.
There was a summer when I was in college where my friends Craig, Dave, and I just like listened to the Live at Downington album like the entire summer, and that became like one of our like go-to songs. Crystal hates that song.
I used to play. I went to a very, I guess the best way to put it is like ultra conservative music school for my undergraduate degree.
Come on.
I mean, conservative in that like we all listen to opera and we don't
music.
And classical music and we don't believe in the devil music of rock and roll.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to blast. Shit.
Oh!
I love how you rolled out of it to death. Like you rolled and died.
Here. There you go.
Cool, and I'm back. Look at me.
Jump.
That's the power of Techno.
Oh,
son of a bitch.
Can't double jump like that. Oh, maybe that's what you need to do then.
Maybe I did.
That's him.
All right.
Sweet.
Murdered that fool.
Yeah, but you know.
Oh, I didn't get the promotion.
You were supposed to keep him alive, I think.
Oh well. I'm the Technocop. I don't have time.
Trash.
But I used to play.
Watch out.
Shit.
Don't die now.
I don't care.
No, come on. We gotta.
DOA rules.
We never made it this far.
Oh, when I was in college, when I used to get really mad, I would dodging the maxes. I would always go and play what's his name? If You Want Blood, You've Got It. I used to play that all the time.
I don't even know that song. Look at what are these things? You
never played that song?
No. What are these things shooting out the side of your car?
Oh my god! I didn't even notice that. I got dildogs coming out the side of my car.
And I don't know that.
Oh, my buddy Kazoo. He's on our chat.
Oh,
What's
good.
up, man? I'm sorry. I'm trying to play. I can't type and play at the same time. I'm not that skilled. But no, this game does not have sea spiders. I wish it did. And I agree. There's not enough pineapple in this game. This game should have been taking place in Hawaii. That's where my friend Kazoo lives. And I'm jealous of him every day because he lives in paradise and I live in New Jersey. Something like that.
Hawaii right now? It's like lunchtime.
He mentioned, do you care if I tell the sea spider story? You got 10 seconds to reply. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
There's a child being held hostage.
5. Oh, snap.
Is that the guy from the Village People?
It might be. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm telling the sea spider story. So, my friend Kazoo he's my best friend. And we spent a lot of time in college together. We did a lot of cool stuff together. Whoa!
Whoa, the grandma. Oh.
Gotcha. But, we went out and took a vacation to Hawaii. And Kazoo... Oh, I'm just getting, wailed on because the game doesn't respond to my controls. And,
You gotta go in the elevator.
Alright, so we were... Sorry.
You have to capture this guy alive, by the way.
Okay. Let's see what I go in the elevator. What the fuck? These controls are so hag. Stop. Drop. Go all the way up to the top.
Whoa.
Yeah. Whoa.
That's the way Technocop rolls.
Murdering kids. Oh, I had the net on. That little bitch missed the net. Alright, so now I'm on the roof. Can't jump off. But, he has a fear of spiders. He's not a big fan.
Oh,
and I don't blame him,
okay.
because I don't like spiders either.
Alright.
So, we were all swimming in the beach. And I reached down and grabbed a handful of seaweed.
Okay.
And I jumped up and I yelled sea spider at the top of my lungs and I threw it at him and hit him right on the neck. And he flipped out real bad. And he screamed at an incredibly high pitch that was beyond the normal male range of high-pitched screaming. And, that was it. And I always bring it up all the time to sea spiders. I don't know if you want to try again. I mean, I did outdo you, and I'm flat foot, which is ironic because I do have very flat feet, and my feet are always a mess. Hence why I'm wearing socks because my feet hurt all the time because I'm 105 years old. But shout out to Kazoo, and thank you for taking some time to watch. I know it's early, and I appreciate it. He does an awesome podcast called All Talk Podcast. Look at me plugging. I'm networking here. And it's incredible and a lot of fun. And they talk about all kinds of stuff. Mostly about trashy movies, too. Oh. They have a movie thing that they do all the time, and I love it. Because most of the time, they pick movies and they all hate it, but I love it. Like, have you ever seen Street Trash?
No, I haven't seen that.
Okay, so when we're done tonight, I will send you how to watch it. Because I have it, and I can share it with you via the internet. Maybe illegal, don't know, but you need to watch this movie because it is outrageously hilarious.
Are
and
there
ridiculous.
any professional wrestlers in the movie?
I don't believe there are. There's a guy who has a knife that he made out of bone, and he is a Vietnam vet, and he has flashbacks all the time. And I don't know. I think it's really funny. It doesn't really give anything away to tell you the plot, but apparently. There was a liquor company that made a type of hooch named Viper, and if you drink it, it will kill you immediately, and you will explode and turn like Four Loko, like you're drinking a case of it at a time. And this dude finds a case of it at a liquor store, and he starts selling it to homeless people and people on Skid Row, and just all kinds of hijinks.
So people from Technocop.
Yeah, basically. Maybe that's what this is. This is like the sequel to Street Trash. Street Trash 2.
Well, I don't know if you know this, Sean, or I know Kazoo doesn't know this, but I have a podcast where we watch WWE Studios movies and review them. Because I don't know if you know this, but the WWE has a movie studio.
I did not know that.
And all the movies are direct-to-video, and they star wrestlers from the WWE. So like John Cena, The Miz.
I've seen the was it the Marine?
The Marine.
I've seen I know there's like 19 versions of it.
There's 5 now.
Wow.
So we're on we just released our 17th episode.
Get the net.
This Monday. Oh crap.
I love how you turned around and you rolled an oil can into your ass and then you died. Like that's literally what happens in this game. This game is so ridiculous.
So bad. So the name of the podcast is Slam Dango.
Ah, Slam
so
Dango.
We're available on all podcasting services. So you can just plug in the word Slam Dango, spelled exactly how it sounds, and or you can go to www.slamdango.com or find us on Twitter at SlamDangoPod or on Facebook SlamDango Podcast. Check us out.
I'm plugging it in our chat.
Thank you, Sean.
Yeah, no problem.
My friend Frank is watching our simulcast. He said I guess the last game that I played on my Twitch channel was the Disney Afternoon Collection. So the title is still there for some reason.
Oh, is it? I thought I updated it.
No, I don't.
It said I updated it.
You can. I don't know. But my friend's like, Frank is like, I didn't know that Technocop was part of the Disney Afternoon Collection.
Let me try this again. We are using a product called Restream, and it is really cool because it lets me stream to like multiple things.
Yeah, so that's how we're able to simulcast.
So maybe it's
Sean's
not
channel and my channel.
Oh yeah, I can see it. Hang on, let me see if I can fix it.
Thank you, Sean.
No problem.
Look at that, there it is. We're fixing it now, Frank. Thanks for telling me. You just
Look at this.
Technocop. Yeah, all right. That's
I wonder
cool.
what mine says.
This is awesome.
I don't even have a name on mine.
This platform is cool, man.
Yeah, I just wish I was faster. I wish I could get faster with updating stuff. That's the one thing I learned about streaming is like there's so much stuff to edit it.
How these people do it by themselves, I don't know. It's these young millennial kids.
I know, I'm just too slow. I can't keep track of all this crap. So much stuff going on.
I'm pretty good when we do a podcast, like managing all the equipment and stuff, and then also being able to research things on the fly.
Yeah.
But like you have the benefit of that not being live, so.
Yeah, it's true. Well, I mean, that's what I do with my primary Let's Play channel, Retro Wednesdays. Available every Wednesday. We do it weekly, unless I'm lazy. And sometimes it becomes Retro Sundays or Retro Saturdays, because sometimes I forget that we like record stuff and I'm all amped up about it, and then suddenly it's like, hey, by the way, this is a 3-hour video I gotta cut down, and with like a 14-month-old, that is not always easy to achieve when I have time, or it's like, hey, it's 3:30 in the morning. Do I really feel like editing a video?
No.
But there is an advantage to that too, and that's kind of why we started to do it instead of doing it live stream, just because I was always like, why don't we just cut it down and we'll show like the funny parts or the parts that we care about, or like the one I like to do is I like to progress us through the game, so it's like you don't have to watch me playing level 1 500 times. Like right. I can just go and watch it once and get to the end. Like we just did one on Street Fighter 2010. Whoa. Nice. You're good at that guy.
Yeah, killing Slash I'm good at.
But that was the one thing that I did with Street Fighter 2010 is like we got through the game all the way. We managed to beat it, and I wanted to show that. So rather than watch us like play through the same level 55 times while I learned how to play the game, because Brett is an expert at that game and I'm an idiot at that game. But we cut it a little bit. It makes it nice and it makes it easy for the most part. I mean, I'm not as astute with monitoring the audio all the time, because I just look and I'm like, there's a signal. It's not gating out the whole time, so it's good. But yeah, I just don't. It's hard for me to monitor all this. Old man can't handle it.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like we got D. Shane Smith coming in on Twitch.
Oh, D. Shane, huh?
I'm not sure which channel he's coming in on, though.
Oh, does it even show you the chat rooms?
It tells me the Twitch, but it doesn't tell me which one.
He's probably on mine, because I sent him the link to it. I will go to...
Yep, it is on yours.
Sweet. What's up, Shane? Smith? Because also my friend Shane Pajak is going to join us. Well, you're afraid of using people's real names? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit.
I just, certain people, I have friends who work in certain fields that can't have their names divulged and stuff. Yes, there will probably be beer involved in this as we progress.
Yeah, we gotta wait.
I didn't mention that I did buy a massive quantity of beer today.
Well, I gotta drive home, so I did bring in.
I got an air mattress in the guest room upstairs if you need.
I did bring a 6-pack of PBR Tall Boys, Sean, which is my basically my go-to for all sort of situations.
I picked up a 6-pack of Leinenkugel's Summer Shandy because
Oh.
sometimes I like wearing a purse, and also a 6-pack of Nitro Milk Stout, and a case of Yingling because I'm in New Jersey and that's the only beer that you're technically allowed to drink.
No, that's not true.
Allegedly.
I refuse to drink Yingling. And actually, the words I said to Crystal were, I went and got a 6-pack of PBR because I have a feeling that all Sean's going to have is Yingling. I'm not a Yingling fan, actually.
Really?
Not a fan.
I go back and forth with it. Like, I drink it, and then sometimes I feel gross afterwards.
And there's nothing I can't stand more than when people are like, I'll have a lager.
I hate that.
And I'm like, oh.
There's a guy that I know sometimes when we go out to bars, and he has this weird thing where he will perpetually order the most, like, just goofball. Shane is also voting that Yingling sucks, so it's 2-1.
There you go.
Well, I just buy it because it's cheap. I'm a cheap date.
Well, PBR is $5.99 for 6-pack of Tall Boys.
I used to drink this kind of this beer called Old German Lager. You can only get it in Philly.
You told me about this.
Yeah, it's times. It's like $8 a case. But the last time I drank it, I got super sick. I'm not talking like, I was drunk and hungover sick. I had 2 beers and I was like literally sick the whole next day with like back pain and stomach trouble. I don't know what was wrong with it. They put in formaldehyde and shit.
I can't figure out how to get to that stupid.
Yeah, I don't know. You got to be able to stop the elevator, and I just can't figure it out. Is it start, X, Y? I don't know. Just push all the buttons. Oh, are you serious?
It is start.
It's start. You know what?
That doesn't make any sense.
Fuck this game.
Yeah, look at that.
Good job. You murdered. That guy was humping a pipe, and you took him down.
What was that about?
That was nuts.
I'm 2 for 3.
That's good. You're gonna beat me.
No, unless I die right here. Stupid game.
I'm impressed that like more than like 0 people are watching this right now. We do have a couple people watching.
I'll put the word out.
I mean, it's Technocop, so I'm not exactly like, oh shit, we're not front paging it. I'm offended, but there have been a lot of games that people have viewed in our Retro Wednesdays, and I'm like, really? Like, why?
Because you guys really pretty much did it for yourselves. And you don't know why people would be. I didn't get a bonus for that? The bonus weapon? That's a jerk. Oh, I just sort of saved that. You know what this kind of makes me want to play?
I do think it is Mr. T. I really do. I think there's cameos in this game.
There has to be. Do you know what this makes me want to play?
Bayou Billy?
No, the driving part.
Outrun?
Yes.
Good call. That's a game I could play tonight. Mad City.
All right.
I can one life that one.
So let me ask you a question. What version of Outrun would we play if we played it?
I don't know. I don't know that much about Outrun, to be honest. I'm not a driving guy. Sports and driving games not my thing.
Yeah, well,
I'm telling you, this truck is out to get you.
Yeah. So, lucky for you, I have to be well versed in my. But here's the thing. Classic Outrun, I'm trying to think. Definitely was available on Genesis for sure. Sega Master System as well, I think. But I don't know on the systems that we have available to us tonight where we'd be able to play. I don't know that Outrun was ever released for Dreamcast either.
I don't know. I don't think it was.
Because I have it, and Frank, you're still watching. Frank and I are huge fans of the SEGA remastered games in 3D on the 3DS. Because they're the arcade versions of the games, and then they're like the 3D effects are incredible. And there is the version of Outrun for the 3DS, and I would say that's probably like the definitive arcade classic version. But Outrun is a favorite of mine. There was a version of it for original Xbox. I think it was called like Outrun 2000, which was really good. I think there was even a version for 360 that was also pretty good too. I think that was Outrun 2, actually. There you go. Roddy Piper's levels killed me. All right.
That guy's got rough teeth too. He's like,
He's got rough teeth.
rough teeth.
So let's retire.
Outrun on 3DS is amazing, and Afterburner too. Yeah.
Is that Frank?
It is.
There you go, Frank.
It is Frank. I mean, I'm assuming it's Frank.
It's gotta be.
His username is Frankus138.
That's
so I'm
Frank.
assuming
That's all day, Frank.
unless it's some guy who's like, yo, I'm gonna social engineer these mothers. So, on our Retro Wednesdays Let's Play, we usually do like a final thoughts thing, and I wonder if we can continue that on
Sure,
this.
I'd love to. Let's talk about it.
Technocop, your final thoughts.
So my final thoughts on Technocop are: I can't believe how much better I am at this game. 30-something years later, or 20-something years later.
Age does help.
Because I'm not even joking. Like Jared would get to the second level, maybe the beginning of the third, and I'd be like, "Whoa, how did you do that?" And I have not played this game since then. Even at Funco Land, when we had the one copy, I didn't even get a chance to put it in.
Right.
Because somebody bought it really quickly. Look at you. You and I got to this Roddy Piper stage.
Yeah, we were flat feet.
I can't believe it. It's amazing. So, mad props to us.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say this.
Razor soft
I think
for
we've
life.
the controls are terrible. And if the controls were just better, this could be a classic game, I think.
Yeah, I think it's one of those games that I have a better nostalgic feel for than actually like playing the game, because now that I've played it, I'm like, wow, this is not the greatest. I think my favorite part about it is actually the opener, because
for sure.
the music is great, and then you start to play the game and it goes downhill.
Soft
yeah.
Neon where the
Look at that. Like, you hear that low hum and you're like, I'm not supposed to be playing this. I'm going to get in trouble.
You know, I think that predates the THX logo.
It might.
So,
and you're hearing it.
George Lucas is a big fan of Technocop, clearly.
And I should mention, you're hearing the bass because I did plug in the requisite 97 fucking cables to get the sound out of the Genesis with the 32X and a CD tray in. Because I'm using a Model 1, and if anyone has ever experienced setting up a 32X with a Model 1 Genesis, you have now experienced what it's like to arm or disarm a bomb.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, when I was putting it together, I got done and I was like, you know, this is the reason why Nintendo won. This reason is the reason why, because I want to play a game and I had to spend like $40 on extra cables and spend an hour and plug in 3 different things just to get it to play.
Nintendo don't make you spend all your time jerry-rigging.
Nintendo only has one of those stupid giant black boxes that I fucking hate. Instead of 3. I mean, if you look at my Genesis right now, it looks like it's getting a train run on it. It's some kind of weird cyber porn.
Yeah. Well, it's like that old internet picture of the Genesis with the 32 inside.
Yeah.
It's like ridiculous. With all the expansions.
Right, with all this shit on it.
Genesis converter
yep,
in it.
on top of it, and guess what? It still kind of looks like shit.
And it also still works.
Yeah. Bust.
So, what are we gonna do? We're gonna do the pigskin game before we go to Dreamcast?
We could, if we want to play another shitty Genesis game.
Let's do it. Let's put the pin in the
We'll hop off. We'll be back in like 5 minutes with some Jerry Glanville's Pigskin Foot Brawl coming your way.
Why don't you just leave it on? Who cares? Well, you're gonna pause it. Oh, so you got like a be right back screen?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that! Wow!